Hey guys, if you'd like to help out our boy Ryan D's family in this extremely difficult time, please check out the link in the description of this video. It'd be much appreciated. Much love and condolences to his family. Thank you.
Okay, wait,
no,
no,
really,
hold on.
this is
tell
mall
a funny,
culture.
Let me tell you a funny story though. There was this dude, I called him the hero. There was I don't know what his real fucking name is, but he was mall security. He got a lot of puss. He was the biggest fucking dork I'd ever seen in my life. Paul Blart, I think they wrote it on about this dude. I swear to God. Or no, you know who he was like? Observe and Report.
Oh, okay.
Fucking
like
Seth Rogen.
You can watch that movie as a drama. It's pretty interesting.
It's great.
So this dude was exactly that, right? He just took his job way too seriously. He thought he was a cop. And he every time people, like, he would come into our store and be like, "You guys doing all right?" We're like, "Yeah, what's going on?" He's like, "Well, there's been a few reports of shoplifting going around here. So just want to make sure you guys are doing okay."
Hey guys, Robert Thompson here. Not a British rapper, if that's what you're thinking. So, that's not what this is about at all. I just wanted to preface this episode. This is a very precious episode now of Robertland. As you know, Ryan Demarest, one of the co-hosts of the show, my dear friend, passed away, and we working on a tribute special right now for him. And this was footage that we never put. This is an episode that we didn't get to put out. It was all about shopping malls, and I was gonna put it in the tribute, just the snippets of it and stuff, because he has some great stories that are hilarious. Because he worked at a mall, and I just felt that it kind of deserved to just come out on its as its whole, especially because me, Ross, and Ryan especially he was a great joke writer, storyteller, but talker, which is amazing for podcasts. Me too. And, Ross, of course, is a hairdresser. He's got that ability to talk. But in this one, we riffed and went through, there's so much to talk about with the mall, just so much nostalgia and memories. And, it was great to hear a lot from Ryan in this one. And, we went over an hour over what we wanted to. We wanted it to be like a half hour, Ramones that shit, just run and gun it. And we went like an hour over, which didn't matter. We're just like, oh, okay, that was an hour and 20 minutes or whatever. And, and I'm so grateful that we did. Because it's one of the last recordings we had with Ryan, and I'm glad that we have it for you guys. Just because it's like the essence of us goofing off and having fun, and this is a ridiculous goofball podcast, and I'd always try to crack Ryan up. We all did, with just absurd, inappropriate shit. I love to just hear that belly laugh. He had a very genuine belly laugh that was like medicine. Great dude. That I'm so grateful to have done any music with and art with, because he was so supportive. But I was a big fan of his. The last night that he did stand up, I got to roll with him and our buddy Evan Cassidy, and I didn't think I wasn't trying to get up. I knew that the bill was full. I just wanted to go out and chill and post Rona, or whatever period we're in, just like see comedy and just hang out with my buds. And Ryan haggled the dude, and he threw me up, and it felt so good. And that was Ryan, man. He really wanted to support you if you knew him, and you felt the same about him, because he was just such a supportive guy. But he that night annihilated. He was completely engaging. It was a rowdy crowd, and he was rowdy that night, which it was amazing. But he loved to sort of revel in awkward silences. He was telling me he kind of liked to just build that tension and just have it explode with the punchline or the just the resolve, and he did it, and it was hilarious, man. And I'm just glad that I got to know him, and I'm so grateful. And he had a lot of really funny anecdotes in this one, and much like him pushing me out, throwing me up that night, I just I'm gonna throw up Ryan. This is a great episode, full of great Ryan just memories, I'm so glad I got to know him, and looking forward to putting out that tribute with a lot of his comic buddies, friends, and some family, just sharing memories, and we'll have a lot of clips from the show and some of his other shows. I mean, he's been doing podcasting for years. Humpcast, Hit the Mics, with Steve Rogers. He's been doing it for a long time. And that's one thing that's kind of great about now, that we actually have technology to document shit. And I'm glad we could document us talking about poo-poo and pee-pee and, hot dog on a stick and all sorts of other silly shit. We love you, Ryan, and this is the mall special, so enjoy. Oh yeah, one more thing. This episode there was some issues with the video. When we recorded it, Ryan's computer took a poo, and so I did what I could with the video and added like a silent film tint over it just to go along with the choppy motion. But again, I'm just glad to have any video of our dude Rad Dog and us being goofballs. So enjoy.
You're listening to the Fuck Yeah Nation Network.
This episode of the Robertland podcast has been brought to you by the new service Dabs, where a man named Dabs pesters you to do dabs of marijuana with him.
Hey, mister, I'm Fifi. I'm lost and need to find my way home to my beloved owners. Can you help me?
Have you ever done a dab? Oh my god, I could totally show you. It's so fun.
Dab.
Hey, welcome to Robertland. Yeah, this is your favorite not safe for work comedy theme park podcast. I'm just too cool for school, man, because I just got back from the mall, dude. But, how you guys doing? Welcome to Robertland, everybody. This is great. This is our shopping mall special. That's right, we've all been to a mall before, right? They may be called different things at different places, but in North America, the shopping mall, as they're known here, has been a staple of American life for a long time. They've technically existed forever with bazaars in the Middle East, to the post-World War II freeway world when the shopping malls we know today started popping up in downtowns and suburbia. They've been featured in movies like Dawn of the Dead and Commando. At one point, malls got so large they have multiple food courts, thousands of stores, and even amusement parks in the middle of them, like the Mall of America in Minnesota. The malls have sort of declined in recent years, with some closed becoming Amazon fulfillment centers. But whether it's going to the mall with no money, or just the smell of Sbarros, or getting a headache from the smell of perfume at JCPenney while your mom tries on clothes, or maybe spending $45 on a VHS at Suncoast, the mall will always hold a special place in my heart. So it's exciting, guys. I totally just wrote that right now on a notepad.
It's a good thing you covered your face from the camera the entire time.
That was great. Very professional.
I was trying to be kind of, discreet that I was reading something I wrote, even though it didn't sound like I was reading anything. No, I pulled that off really well. But dude, Rossco Soletrain.
What's up, man?
In
Dude,
the house.
Okay, before you even go any further and introduce Ryan D over here, you fucking didn't mention the Blues Brothers for mall scenes.
Oh,
It's like a fucking classic
well,
scene in the
no,
mall.
I have
you
a-
fucking piece of shit.
yeah, that's the best.
We've got a whole list of movies we're going to
Pure
get
One
to.
Imports.
Okay, all right.
Okay, yeah, so
All right,
don't worry.
fucker.
There's plenty. We didn't even mention Mighty Ducks
Oh, yeah, yeah.
when they're fucking off at the mall.
Be a good time, baby.
Oh man, yeah, it's exciting. We got a lot, and Ryan D up in the hizzy Z.
Hey.
You guys look good, dude.
Oh man, thank you. I look good because you let me wear your shades.
Yeah, and I look good because you gave me a haircut.
But I'm just saying, you guys both look good. I look like a fucking piece of shit, but
Dude,
I'm
slick.
impressed. You guys are hot
Don't
guys.
put yourself down like
No,
that.
it's true. It's okay if I say it.
No, dude, you look good, man. You got your Ed Wood shirt. You know, you probably got a clean ass, dude. We're good.
I do. Yeah.
We're ready to go, guys. Get your Orange Julius's. You know, slurp on and get this fucking fly out of here.
Flies.
And let's gape some assholes, guys. No, that's a throwback to the song, Hey Baby, Que Paso? I thought I was your only butthole. Yeah, it's a song about gaping assholes, is what we've learned. But I'm excited, guys. Get your, you know.
Ryan's uncle plays it at their family get-togethers.
Yeah. It's a great song to bring everyone together.
I'm so mad that I got
shit,
I got
I
the
lost
sound. You lost
No,
sound?
I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm better now.
I got the sound drop ready, and then and I didn't even plug in this thing, so I can't. But,
Oh, there'll be more opportunities.
Yeah.
But guys, I'm excited. We're gonna get to everything and more. We're gonna, you know, there we go. Hey baby, que pasó? I thought I was your only butthole. Baby, que pasó?
Oh,
Heck
fuck.
yeah. It brings the people together. But I'm excited. Yeah, so we're going to all jump in one giant massage chair that we ain't going to pay for at a Bridgestone together. So before we get to that, we're going to go to my favorite segment, your favorite segment, Theme Park Minute with Zack Hillman. Enjoy.
This is Theme Park Minute with Zack Hillman. When Disneyland first opened in 1955, it actually featured an intimate apparel store. The Wizard of Bras, just a few steps up from the Main Street thoroughfare, featured a mechanical wizard displaying various undergarments. For whatever reason, an animatronic clown fondling women's undergarments wasn't a hit, and the store was shut down only a year and a half after it opened. Another great man taken down by cancel culture.
Thank you, man. I love you too. I love you guys. I'm excited. We're here. Guys, this is a crazy episode. We got a lot to cover. I mean, the mall, the shopping mall. I think we got to live through like the prime of the American shopping mall.
Yeah, I think
You
so.
know?
We even there was a board game in the fucking 80s that I think originated even before that. But there was a board game, Mall Madness. That shit was tight. I always wanted that as a kid.
man, I
wow.
spent most of my late teens to early 20s just hanging out at the mall. Like,
Dude, that's crazy, man. I think we all have spent a good chunk of our lives, and it's weird because like it's sort of, you know, in a decline now. But we'll get to all that.
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you want to start,
I'm
man?
gonna start off with a shot, guys.
You do that.
Okay.
I know you guys. I know you guys don't
Where
drink.
did these flies come from?
It's. I don't know. It's 'cause
Is someone
the
gaping
door's
assholes right now? Whoa. Yeah, it's fun. I meant to do that, guys. Look, here we go. I thought it would start fun. Fun place to start would be to learn how to talk. Oh my god, fucking
that
flies,
that
dude.
fly went right into your forehead.
This doesn't
One of us is gonna suck a fuck.
I know it may not translate to the
audio?
audio version, but
Well, it's
there's
because
a fly.
I've been keeping this thing open because it's been so hot. So I've been trying to get some airflow in here.
I
but-
feel you.
Yeah.
I like
no,
the airflow.
oh yeah. Do you think flies? Wow, there he goes.
Fucking
Like
flies.
they like
I
hot
think
dog on a
You know what I'm
stick.
gonna try and do? I'm gonna try and do something. I'm gonna take a shit outside, right out in front of the door.
That's a good way to get rid of them. Yeah, I don't know. Time flies. Am I right, guys?
Hey.
You know what I thought would be fun is to start.
Just close the door, dude. It's all right. I'll just sweat my dick
Yeah,
off.
fuck these flies, man. Paso. Do you guys ever wonder if that's Jeff Goldblum? Oh, come on, get the fuck
It
out.
sounds like
You're still
it
here.
sounds to me like some kind of like Hispanic Jimmy Buffett to me.
Oh no, not the who sang that song.
Oh.
But like the Fly. If it was Jeff Goldblum,
It could
from
be.
From the '80s Fly.
Yeah, it could be. He just
Yeah.
hung
Could
around
be.
for a
Yeah,
while.
he stayed flyish.
David
Yeah.
Cronenberg.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
just here to bug.
Oh my lord. So guys, I thought it would be a great place to start because we're all fans of food.
Fuck yeah,
The
dude.
food court, dude.
You know, the only reason why I even ingest food in the first place is because I love to shit.
Yeah.
I don't even care about the eating part. It's the shitting part I
Just
really enjoy.
the process of the.
By the way, if we're gonna talk about shitting at the mall,
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so the family bathroom is always the cleanest one.
Well,
it's the best one.
Yeah, totally, and that's also the fuck bathroom too. I don't know, 'cause
Right.
it's got the fucking.
It is
you know,
the
it's
fuck
got
bath. That's right. You meet some chick in the fucking food court and a
Yep.
hot dog on a stick.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
take her to the family bathroom.
She's got strong arms. She knows how to,
lift a baby,
churn the fucking corn dog batter. Whatever
Yeah.
they do. I don't know. There's like classic. There's like stuff you think of immediately when you think of the food court.
Yeah.
Right. You think of Sbarro's, the OG New York
dog shit.
Yeah, authentic.
I used to think that was so
pizza.
good, and then I had it as like an adult. Man, it's just shit.
It's so funny because I just had a
And
stromboli now.
That thing that you were eating, I was looking at it. I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
It's a stromboli.
It's like a glorified pizza pocket.
Yeah,
it's a little. Yeah, you
basically.
can actually fuck it too, like a fleshlight.
Yeah.
It's great. It's like a pussy pocket.
I was
No,
hoping you were gonna-
no, so
What kind did you get? I used to get the spinach and cheese.
oh no, I didn't go that exotic today. I got the pepperoni, and it was great. No, there's a lot of places when you think of the food court. You think of Sbarro's. You
Yep.
think of hot dog on a
Mrs.
stick.
Fields cookies.
Mrs. Fields with those cookie cakes.
Fields.
Fucking Aunt
McDonald's.
McDonald's, yeah. Chick-fil-A back in the day, before it was Hayden Gay. No, before it was everywhere. It used to be in the malls. I mean,
Yeah.
it's in the malls.
There's always like a Dairy Queen. Well, now there's like Dairy Queen, Orange Julius.
Orange
in the mall.
Julius,
Yeah.
but Aunt Annie's, which is like only in
Oh yeah,
malls.
or Wetzel pretzels.
Wetzel's.
Wetzel's is like it branches out of the mall.
Yeah,
like it'll be in
out of the
other-
food court. They'll be
Yeah.
out of the mall, but sometimes you'll find a Wetzel's pretzels not in the food court, and you're like, why the fuck is this over here next to this like Native American import store?
Oh yeah.
Why is
yeah.
it called Native American Imports? It's fucking
Right,
here, but anyway, yeah, it's always strange when you see that. You're like, how the
Nacho
fuck-
cheese. No, okay, I'm not gonna. Soft dough, nacho cheese.
God.
They have to blend the stores together. No, but I do love the fucking. I feel like I don't hear myself anymore. I don't know if I just had a weird ear.
No, sorry, I'm adjusting some stuff. over here.
Oh, okay. Wow, this is like a test, a hearing test. Like,
Can you hear yourself though?
Yeah.
I
I
just
don't know.
turned it down a little bit because here, I'll turn you up. Go ahead.
Yeah, turn them up.
Hey man, turn me up, brother. Yeah. So look, I think Sbarro's and Hot Dog on a Stick and all those places are like, there's such fixtures. It throws me off when they have something that's like different. Like they now have, like at some of the malls in LA, they have like Pink's hot dogs now.
Weird.
Yeah.
And Pink's is like, when you take it out of the waiting, 4 hours for whatever hot dogs, like it kind of takes away what's special about those 4 hours of waiting for overhyped hot dogs. You know,
Yes.
like because you're just like, oh wow, this is just really expensive for like thrown together diarrhea dogs.
Yeah.
You know, like and it kind of like hot dog on a stick.
Well,
I feel like it gives you something.
The
you know?
Pinks in Universal or what is it, City Walk? I mean, it's just right around the corner from the original one. So I mean, that one hits just as hard in my opinion.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, but I feel like it takes away, like when you go to LA and you sort of wait the
8 hours.
8 hours for the hot dog. It just you want to believe that it's even better than what it is. It's not terrible. I don't think they're like.
I've never had a
shit.
Pink's hot dog before.
Yeah,
So
but
There's a ramen place around the corner from the original location called Tatsu, and I usually go to Tatsu Ramen and wait in that fucking 8-hour line to get ramen. So I'd never go to Pink's.
yeah. What about Cinnabon? Are you guys a fan of?
Cinnabon.
I mean, the smell is great.
Yeah,
yeah,
I've never-
and they
I
always,
haven't had one in
dude. I
years.
used to. Well, I'm a bit of a hefty man now, so I don't really try. I try to avoid. Those kinds of snacks, but
They're so good.
But man, when I was working at the mall, it was like, man, I'd roll over to Cinnabon and they had them like the little sticks, like little Cinnabon sticks, and
Yeah.
then you would just dip them into the
Icing?
Into the icing. Oh, bro,
Sounds so good.
fucking bomb.
dude. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I associate Cinnabon more with airports than I do with malls, though.
yeah. Wetzel's Pretzels is at airports, right?
I mean, airports are basically giant malls,
Kinda,
right?
yeah.
Like, I mean, you
Spaced out.
They have all these things. They got all these gift shops and things.
It's like a
and,
shitty
and it's
mall.
like, well, it's like for shit that you forgot or
Right,
like
yeah.
you might need anyway. So yeah,
Dude, you know what's bomb is motherfucking the Unabomber bombing those people 30 years ago. So I forgot. Where was that again? Where was that? Where did that happen? I want to talk about the Unabomber now, guys. No, a lot of people died. It was fucked up. You can Google if you want to look up tragedies. But oh, there we go. We've got a soundboard now on the show, which is perfect. No, but I didn't mean to take it there. But what is the bomb? Not the Unabomber. Is the Mongolian barbecue spots like Genghis Khan? You know, you just throw your fucking. I'm gonna get
famous. Was it famous Khans or something?
There's great Khans.
Great Khans.
Yeah, there's rape.
What about Hibachi Sun?
Hibachi Sun? What is that?
Did you guys ever have Hibachi Sun?
It's like Japanese food?
It's Japanese food, and it was, dude, that was my shit.
Weren't like a bunch of Panda Expresses at malls for a while?
Yeah,
too?
Panda still.
Dude, the samples at the malls, I don't know if you guys have done those samples. Like how, there's some places where they get real pissed when you don't like actually get the food.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay. Like they're just like upset with you.
But if it's like some 16-year-old handing them out, they don't give a fuck.
No, I know. I always feel guilty. I used to get like guilted into getting a combo.
I lost that a long time ago. I'm like, nope, I don't give a fuck. I just want some free chicken right now.
Oh yeah, it's good. I mean, I remember though. There's a place at the Brea Mall. Brea Mall is a place that I would go to a lot. It's just through the canyon where I grew up in Chino Hills. It's like a little portal to Orange County, you know. And they had a bitchin' Genghis Khan. And I love that place. I love it when like the grill just gets all this like gunk. It just like builds up this just fucking. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it should.
I wonder if you can just order that gunk. You know, can I get the gunk?
You can just scrape it. Yeah. Well, there's a dude that worked there, right? And he sort of resembled. Are you guys familiar with the Muppets?
Yeah.
So he looked like a Muppet.
I don't think I'm not sure if I heard.
Well, you know, like he looked like a fish from Little Mermaid. Like he had really giant lips in his mouth, and like he looked sort of like someone that might have survived abortion, you know, like, but he was a real nice guy and he knew how to cook food well, but he had like a really funny look to him, you know, and he would just, I remember, like you could just see the smell of his teeth, like,
oh my God.
Yeah, just be like,
hey!
His head would like kind of pop open and then like, and I think I'm just trying to paint a picture here, but I remember he transferred to like, fucking Sbarro. I don't know if it works that way, but he worked at Sbarro's as one of the chefs. And I remember he came out one time, and it was so funny because he had like a pot and he had like his giant chef hat on. It was like a pot of like marinara sauce, and the manager was like, "Get the fuck back there!" And he's all or whatever. And then like, but then later we saw him as the manager. He's like in a suit. He's all dignified and stuff. But
coming up in the game.
Yeah, dude.
Good
so
for him.
what I'm trying to say, guys, is adversity, you know, we all are faced with it. You never know what it could be, you know. But there's just a lot with the malls, man. There's the department stores, of course. Like I was saying, getting sick off the perfume at like JCPenney, but there's been a Robinson's May that's not there anymore. There's
Sears.
Sears.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Dude, Sears is like the Long John Silver's of department stores. Like
just
somehow it's been around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like, you know, you've got Goth Chalks in certain areas. I don't know if
Goth Chalks. Yeah, I remember
them.
them.
Like in NorCal or Central California.
Yeah, they were up. There was one in the mall. The big. There was two malls in my in Santa Rosa, and yeah, there was a Goth Chalks at one of them. I remember that.
Yeah, or
I've
like
never heard of that store.
Yeah.
East-
It was basically like I would say it was kind of. I mean, they're all basically the same, but it was like a little better than JCPenney's and maybe not as good as Macy's. It was like this weird middle ground.
Yeah.
Like, why do we exist? I don't know.
like a Nordstrom's.
No. Nordstrom's it'd be. I would say if we're talking about all those four, it would be JCPenney's, Goth Chalks, Macy's, Nordy's.
What do you think it is about? I was just thinking about this. Like, you know how Nordstrom's used to, like, it seemed like those big department stores were like really happening like back in the like early 2000s, like late 90s. Like, there was a lot more employees. Nordstrom's was like they had a piano player. You know, usually around the holidays there'd be like a piano player.
Yeah.
and I think they would even like give you some like refreshments and shit. And it's like now it's just so dead in those stores now. It's like it's not.
Well, you know what? I will say that there's up north. There's a Nordstrom's that I will go into sometimes because it's kind of like this indoor-outdoor setup out there at this one mall in Marin County. So it's like higher end. So it's filled with like just rich people spending money.
Yeah.
And that Nordstrom's there's always people fucking
I guess that
all
makes
over there,
sense. Yeah.
no matter what time of year. So, but that's kind of like not every, like that's the one exception I would say. Most of the time, But yeah, if you go to the Macy's on the other side of that mall, it's fucking dead.
Dude, speaking of like those department stores, it's funny because my mom mentioned this. This seems like a very mom place to eat, but don't like JCPenney's and Nordstrom, don't they have like food? Isn't there like restaurants or cafes in those?
Nordstrom's has a cafe.
Oh, okay.
They have Nordstrom's has a coffee shop, and then they'll also have like a restaurant there sometimes. And the restaurants are good, and the coffee shops are good too.
Yeah, I think Macy's had a salon in it at the mall that I was at too.
Oh, I
JCPenney's
bet.
will have salons.
Maybe JCPenney then.
Yeah, JCPenney's has salons. They suck up a bunch.
That's where I got my hair cut
Yeah,
a few
dude.
times. Well, I worked at the Santa Anita Mall, so for like 3 years.
Okay.
So that was my hang. I mean, I think I worked 2 different places in there. But anyway, yeah. But I was there all the fucking time before that too, and I got my hair cut at that place because my coworkers were like, "We're just gonna," because I had long hair, and they were like, "We're gonna cut your hair. We're gonna pay for it. We have to do whatever we want." And they gave me like a shitty like faux hawk thing for.
Oh yeah. Funny story. Did you know that the Santa Anita Mall? Do you know the entrance for Wally World is at the Santa Anita Mall?
I did know that. Yeah.
That's
Pretty
rad. And so it's like in Puente Hills where they did Back to the Future. Or Bear Back to the Future
Have
if
you
you
been-
follow our
no.
show.
Have you been to the inside the Puente
Hills?
Hills
Yeah,
Mall?
they have the Twin Pines sign
Yeah,
inside.
inside.
now.
Yeah,
fucking cool.
it's been a minute, but I need to go back. 'cause
That's a trippy mall.
yeah.
Yeah, that's another that became my mall later, because they had the AMC theater with the
like recliner or no the
with the Dolby
IMAX.
Dolby Digital moving surround sound and shit
Yeah.
like that, and they have Round One, which
They
is
had the Cosby.
what?
Sit back and relax, everybody.
And they have Round One, which is like a dope bowling alley.
Dude, round
Arcade,
one.
yeah.
Round one is dope because it's like all those things we grew up with in one. It's like
Karaoke,
yeah, karaoke,
video games.
the picture booths that are like completely fucking obsolete now.
Yeah.
You know, like the Asian picture booth. Things.
Yes, yeah.
They're now it's like Snapchat
That's on the app, yeah.
But yeah, it's so. I mean, remember when you go to Vegas and you get those? They have those overpriced pictures like, "Hey, look, it's Dad's face on a bodybuilder."
Yeah.
Like, and it would be like $50.
Yeah.
And I love that those still exist. Like, I think they have them just for like retro. Like, it's so outdated
Like
now.
some weird novelty at like certain theme parks.
Yeah.
Or like certain places will have them. Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's funny, man. But like, you know, I heard that there was some places like on the East Coast too that we don't have, like Belk. Have you heard of that? That's
No.
like a big like department store over there.
Well, there's another one too. Like Macy's on the East Coast is called something different. Fuck, I can't remember the name of it. No, so it's not gonna come to me.
Macy Grace.
I think so.
I try to say goodbye and I choke. Try to walk away, but I stumble. Don't try to hide it. It's clear your walls crumble when you don't shop at Macy Grace.
Dude, you look just like when you make that
Really?
face, man. It's crazy.
Dude, thank you, man. I'm going for my AGT audition. You're on the vato. Man, I don't know, dude. So I you know.
So what are some stores like? Okay, let's just say you were to go to the mall to. Well, you went to the mall today.
I went
but
to the mall today. Yes.
If you're gonna go to a mall, what stores are you gonna go to right now?
Well, fucking, where did I go? Where was I? Oh, Claremont Mall has an FYE.
Or Montclair.
yeah.
Montclair.
Montclair. yeah.
Montclair, yeah.
Yeah,
So they
yeah,
have an FYE. That's always a
That's
must.
It's weird to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're also selling my mom's hubcaps. She got her hubcaps still in it Montclair Mall a while back. It's been renovated though. Not the people, but it's yeah. But no, dude. FYE's there.
Yeah, FYE. Look, Hot Topic. I know it's like.
Actually, I had some pictures because I
Whatever,
wanted.
dude.
If
Hot
you
Topic
could,
is tight.
I
don't
fucking
give a
love
fuck
Hot
what anybody says.
Topic, but also, I mean, Spencer's is always a must. And Vans. Those are my 3 stops all the time.
dude, I actually wanted to talk about the evolution of like Hot Topic.
Now it's just the Pop Funko store.
Yeah, because it's funny because
Yeah.
you look at I sent you some pictures because I think Spencer's is one I'd go to. Hot Topic. Even though I lose punk points, I don't know if that matters
cares?
anyway. Yeah, 15 years ago you would have lost punk points or whatever.
You get the Hot Topic.
But you
Yeah,
know
and
what?
so
though?
many people
it
went
was
there
like-
still.
But back then, like that was the place to go to get your merch and like band
Yeah.
shirts and stuff. Like, I mean, well, the easiest and the most accessible spot.
Sure.
Like I had a place that I would have to go to all the way out in Whittier. Like I grew up in El Monte, but the mall was just like 5 miles away from me. But I would go all the way to Whittier to this place called Uptown 2000. That's where I get all my posters and T-shirts and belt buckles and stickers and shit like that. But it was a dope store, and it's still to this day. It stands. It's this one-stop shop for all your punk rock, heavy metal, horror, memorabilia, merchandise, all that stuff. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and there's people. It's funny because just because it's at a mall, they'd be like, "Oh, where'd you get it?" And then you'd have to, it's so silly. Because
it was very non-punk rock to but that was the thing. You'd have to go to these small shops to actually get some cool shit, or to make it sound like it was cool. Because if you got it at Hot Topic, then
yeah, you're a fucking poser.
You're a poser.
But it's funny because you'll see in those pictures, It kind of evolved because it started in the late 80s. And it's so funny because Montclair Mall, actually right by me, had a lot of the first of things. The Disney store there is pretty baller. It's like an old school Disney store. And it looks like where they have all the figures inside.
I think at the Montclair, they're closing that.
Oh, are they?
One.
Oh, fuck.
Because I think I was at the Montclair Mall the other day. Because you said it's been renovated, right?
Yes.
So I think I went there to eat because I think it was the Montclair Mall because I was in Chino.
Yeah.
At a thrift store, at In Kind Thrift in Chino.
Yeah. All
and
big ups.
We wanted to get some Mediterranean food.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, I was trying to queue up a video.
And when we went there, I think the Disney store was closing there.
Oh, that's such a bummer, man. Because I don't.
And
think
I want to say it was renovated too.
Yeah. See,
there's an original Disney store. One of the first ones is in Santa Rosa.
Oh, really?
I think they closed it, but they never renovated it. It was cool.
Yeah, I loved it.
It was all super super late 80s.
Yeah.
Pink and fucking and teal. Everything was pink and teal.
There's a killer Disney store at the Century City Mall. Century City Mall is pretty sick too. If you guys have ever been, or if you've never been, it's an outdoor mall.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot of high end stores, a lot of watch stores, and there's a really big Apple store.
Yeah.
But there's some pretty cool spots because I worked across the street from there, so I would go and just fuck around. There's a huge Disney store with a really fucking crazy arch entrance with Mickey Mouse ears and stuff. It's pretty wild.
I love that.
And and a lot of the mall or a lot of the big stores there had pretty cool entrances. There's a big Volcom store too, which was pretty sick. That's where I would go buy if I needed some new belts or something like that. But
yeah, they always had grand entrances. They'd have scenes from the Disney movies in the store.
Yeah.
At one point, they even tried a fast food restaurant.
Oh, I heard about this. Yeah, Mickey Cafe or something.
Yeah. And they ditched that idea after a year or so of the Disney store. But I think I sent you the clip, right? Of
that's what I was queuing up. I'll pull it up right now.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Having to sit through YouTube ads. Is that what was going on there?
Yeah, well, it's an ad for the channel.
Oh,
Blue Chew. You can get your boner up. No, it's crazy, man. The evolution of some of these stores, though, because they just have to adapt to the times. And Spencer's is one of those for sure. I don't know what it was like at the beginning, but apparently it started in the '60s, and I don't know when it got fat chick.
Now it's just all dicks. It's just dick-shaped things for your bachelorette party.
Well, in the '90s, it was jokes, or it was all the raunchy joke stuff, and then in the back it would have little suggestive gift bags,
Spencer's.
but now it's literally a sex. It's like a hustler store.
Is it really?
Spencer's?
I haven't been to a Spencer's in fucking ages.
And their
junior high.
Their shirts are hilarious because they went from who farted, now it literally is choke on my dick, face, it's super. But I don't know how it's adapting to the PC thing. I don't think it is. I think it's now it's a little.
It's got its fucking space.
Yeah.
I think in the last maybe, I don't want to say 5 years, the only store that I ever end up going into was Lids.
Oh yeah, Lids.
And that's it. And the last time I went to the Lids was at the Montclair Mall, and I was so fucking turned off by the dick fuck that worked at the place because he was the only one in there, whatever, but they had a limit of 5 people in the store, because of COVID law.
Yeah.
And there was, I think, just a couple of people, 2 people in there. So I just walked in, and the guy he's like, "Hold on, man." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "You gotta get out of here." And I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "Wait out in front." And I'm like, "All right." So I waited out in front, and I walked in. He's like, "All right, you're cool." And I'm like, "Okay." So then I went inside, and I think I spent maybe five seconds, and I was like, "Okay." I was so not it was not a good experience at all. It just turned me off. I'm like, fuck this, dude.
It wasn't welcoming. Yeah.
No, it was just fucking weird. And I'm like, I understand that you're trying to keep the fucking numbers down in there or whatever, but like, dude, there's nobody in here. There's literally 2 other people.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you think I'm gonna do?
I know, man. I don't know. And the other thing that sucks is they don't have NHL anything anymore.
No, there'll be like 2 Kings hats and 2 Ducks hats, and that's it.
Yeah, and then it's all the same Dodgers shit too. Like I only own Dodger hats at this moment, but yeah, it was like I had a special order of the ones that I wanted because it was like they you can't. That's what we were talking about the D Dodger hats.
Oh right,
yeah. You can't find those fitted at lids anymore. They're just like the fitted caps are just no longer. They're all snapbacks.
Yeah, it's kind of they've sort of subsidized. They're like they used to have like a crazy eccentric, like you'd find like rare, like they had the Seattle, Seattle
and you
Pilots.
find like with the old school logos and stuff too. Yeah,
but now it's kind of like it's like everything now where it's just like super stripped. Yeah. It's like Best Buy,
dude. If I wanted to get a fucking Dodger hat, I could go. There's like a racks and racks of Dodger hats at this gas station by my apartment.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
It's weird. Like this.
There's a spot right around the corner here that I found a Dodgers beanie at. A new era Dodger beanie for like $10. Like
these people sell these fucking hats for expensive. This literally there's like a fucking it's like Lakers and Dodger hat. It's fucking insane how many Lakers and Dodgers hats they have at this gas station in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
This gas station is the weirdest gas station in the world. When you walk up, when you're going to go inside, they have this giant tent set up, and they have like all these like bins of produce. And then you walk in and there's all this like automotive supplies, and then you go further in and it's like dairy and milk or dairy and eggs and like beer and all this other like food stuff.
Yeah.
It's really fucking, and then hats.
Yeah.
And then there's beer and wine in the back. But it's weird. It's like this neighborhood, because there's no grocery store like within like a mile like away or close enough. So they kind of just took on like, well, what do people in the neighborhood want?
Yeah.
Just kind of carry whatever, which is kind of convenient for me.
There's a ton of those types of stores in like, especially in like suburban areas of, like Glendale, East LA, and like.
I'm pretty close to Glendale too.
Yeah. So like, I mean, like I lived in Glendale. There was a market around the corner from my place that just had nothing but like produce.
Yeah.
And were like really obscure, vegetables and meats.
Because there's probably like 6 people in the neighborhood that was like, we need cow tongue, and they're like, all right.
Yeah.
And that's it. They'll just carry it. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because they know they can fucking sell out of it.
Yeah, and it's a little Armenian shop, and they probably, they cook their Armenian shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think anyone's ever put the tongue, like the cow tongue, up their ass? Like,
why not?
Oh, 100%.
To try it?
100%.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try it. No, guys.
Here I go.
Oh yeah, here we go. So this is a video I sent you of this is a flashback to a classic Disney store.
Oh yeah, this looks like Santa Rosa. What? Where does this say where this is at?
I don't know. Probably Chicago or something.
It looks like it's an outdoor, from the reflection on the shit. Yep.
Yeah. See, there's Donald and
they used to. I mean, still, it still looks cool. They got the plush wall in the back.
Yeah.
Next to the TV or the screen.
Like the Fantasia scenes. They've got a headless chick. Yeah. See, it's like I like that it feels like you're at Disneyland or something. You know, they've got some.
This is a newer video.
That's way cool.
Yep. There's all the plushes in the back.
Hell yeah.
They had like more of the adult stuff back
playing Hercules.
there.
Yeah, that's actually where they have the dildos in the back.
Yeah.
But
Ursula's tentacles.
Oh, that's cool. There's a Cheshire Cat. There's
the Star Wars section.
Yeah, a little Beauty and the Bestiality right there. This is neat. I don't know. I miss it when it looked like that. But yeah, I'd seen some pictures.
Not that there's anything wrong with the new Disney stores. I think they look kind of cool, but
yeah, it just those characters. It really felt like you were in a Disney store. And then it's crazy because we'll get to this too with those pictures. But I don't know if you guys remember. But the Warner Brothers.
I do remember Warner Brothers stores,
and it was like amazing.
They were fucking sick.
Yeah, it was like 4 years. It wasn't in malls very long, but they had like little rides in them, and they had like all the Looney Tunes merch and stuff.
all the DC characters.
Yeah.
They also had for a short time.
I barely remember that.
There wasn't that many of them, but they were fucking rad. They were just as done up, if not more done up, than the Disney stores. I remember one year we went to one and there was this Mad Magazine jacket that was there. It was kind of like a Letterman style jacket, and it was jean and green arms. And my dad bought me this jacket, and I remember it wasn't cheap. They were pretty expensive. So anyway, I got this jacket. I was like, oh fuck yeah, cool, this thing's great. And then after a certain point in time, it kind of became my dad's walking the dog jacket. So he had this this Mad Magazine jacket from basically 1993 all the way until 2016, until his wife told him you gotta get rid of that fucking thing. So I told him, I was like, dude, if you get rid of that, I want it because I think I can sell it.
Yeah.
And he's like, nobody's gonna buy this fucking thing. There's holes in it. It's it smells like weed. It's just this thing was a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
It was fucked up. So anyway, I posted it on eBay. And I started noticing all these people were putting watches on it. And then one lady wrote me. She was like, hey, I just wanted to see, are you flexible on the price? Because I think I priced it $120. And I was like, yeah, I am flexible on the price, but I just got to let you know. This jacket is literally was worn every day from 1993 to 2016. And then it sat in the garage. I was like, it is well fucking worn. I was like, I've sewn up pieces of it, trying to hold it together. I was like, but this thing's fucked up.
Yeah.
So fair warning here. And she's like, oh, I don't mind that. And then she sent me an offer for $100. And I was like, cool, here you go. $100 plus shipping.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she wrote me an email maybe 2 months later. And it was explaining how much she loved the jacket, how she wanted,
Wow.
she was so disappointed, back in the 90s that she never got one at the Warner Brothers store.
Oh, really?
And that was the only time they ever sold these fucking things.
Yeah.
And that she was so happy to have this thing and she really appreciated the story behind it and stuff. I'm like, I'm so glad that I thought I was fucking ripping her off.
Yeah.
But she really wanted this thing.
Yeah.
It's fucking rare.
Do you think she smelled armpits a bunch?
Probably.
She's like,
I can take his essence.
no, but I
Smells like weed. Ah.
Your dad's stalker.
yeah. Man, but you know another thing that we didn't touch on is the Sweet Factory.
Oh yeah.
The candy stores, dude.
Yeah.
Going into C's and getting a free sample.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I
feeling
ate-
bougie.
I
that's what
ate,
the
so,
season-
I ate so much fudge from the
See's candy?
Sweet Factory one
Oh, yeah.
time that I legit got sick and threw up.
That's a lot of fudge, man.
Yeah. But I was,
fucked up.
What
but I
did
was,
you eat? Like a fucking half pound of fudge or
I
something?
don't know. I think about how much because I was a fat kid. And then my parents I think they accommodated that, It's like I had a sweet tooth. I always wanted chocolate. And I remember having a bag of fudge. And I ate that whole fucking. I think they just weren't paying attention to me. I think they didn't think I was gonna eat the whole fucking thing. I'm like, no, best. I was like, joke's on you, motherfuckers.
I'm
you left me.
going
Yeah,
for it.
I'm eating this whole goddamn bag. Yeah, and I got sick, and I remember my mom getting mad at me for eating the whole fucking bag. And yeah. And I got real sick, headache, throwing up, and I was 10,
The Sweet Factory is such a fun place. I mean, there's no way they're going to be able to survive in a post-COVID world.
Yeah,
Not a
I
fucking
know.
chance.
I know, and that was the cool thing was actually Sweet Factory was when I was working there. This was always fun too because when I was working at the mall, I worked for No Fear, Bro Fear.
Yeah.
But No Fear had energy drinks, and we had those for free to our fucking disposal. And I drank so many one time I went blind. I went temporarily blind for an hour because I drank
not good.
I drank so many energy drinks.
So much sugar.
Oh, it was terrible. But yeah, this was when I was 18, 19.
Jesus.
But those were but they became currency to everybody else on the block that we were on,
Oh, you guys
so,
have no fear fucking energy
yeah,
drinks,
so
dude?
so I'd bring a handful of them and I'd give them to the guys at the Sweet Factory,
Yep.
or Zoomies, and then they'd give me a ton of stickers.
Sick.
And then I would trade them with somebody else had energy drinks in there too. So it was we bring them in and trade them. And I mean, this dude worked in Journeys across the way, so I'd give him a case. And he would give me a discount on shoes.
Sick. That's awesome.
Dude, that's great, man. It's funny about No Fear, and I wanted to mention that this No Fear used to be, it was a '90s tough guy. He's got his flat top and he's flexing his muscle.
Yeah.
But it's kind of adapted with the times. It sort of went with the whole
MMA.
big belly crew or whatever. The whole was it Iron Cross? Whatever.
Didn't it start off-
White Power? Whatever fucking motocross shit.
It started off as
It started as a motocross. Yeah, it's motocross gear.
I thought it started off as like a gay brand or something.
No.
No, now but it goes with the whole like
I don't know why I got that.
oh, like
No,
maybe like
it's-
a bondage store. Or?
No, I thought it was like-
it's always been motocross gear.
Oh, okay.
It's always been motocross. So
I always thought it was like a no fear of AIDS or something.
No.
That's why. I don't
Well,
know why I thought
now
that.
it's but they've gone with like the times of
well,
like
so
what it,
I was there around the shift where they were kind of shifting over to MMA stuff. So they did surf, wake, BMX and motocross. And then they were like they got into this huge deal with Uriah Faber, who's like a big fighter now.
Yeah, Sacramento guy, I think.
Yeah, but this is the California Kid, I think they called him. But that's when he was a young dude. So that we were his first sponsor, and it was a big fucking thing. And like, so we had like all this stuff, all this merch, and then we had this shift of like tap out gear, and like we had all this other
Affliction or something?
No, Affliction. You couldn't. That was out of our price range.
competition. Oh, okay, I got
Yeah,
you.
Affliction. I think we got a couple Affliction shirts, but if you really wanted like the good shit, it was like at but who wants? I don't know. That was like you had to get it at Nordstrom's. Nordstrom had
Affliction. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
But I think, Von Douche or no, but I think the No Fear though, it's like definitely it found its place with like the bro kind of culture, Like I think they actually changed the name to No Homo at one point. No, but it like
It went full
that's
circle.
what was funny.
yeah, like if you go in there with a mask during the pandemic, they're like, hey bitch, get out of here, dude. You get that diaper off your face, bro. There's no fear, dude. We're not afraid of viruses.
Yeah, they have no more retail stores.
I'm surprised there still isn't one. There's not one left in Huntington Beach or something.
There might
Oh
be.
yeah,
I think
we will never close this No Fear, bro.
I think there's one in Tustin still.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We believe in heritage.
But yeah, it's funny because actually, right as I was leaving, they got involved in a big lawsuit from one of my friends actually, because he got fired. It was over some bullshit. But then with them doing that, it like created this whole. It was like a mortar. They created this whole fucking thing. Because then other people who had gotten wrongfully fired, like they all joined forces and just sued the fuck out of the company.
Cool. Like one class action after the next.
Oh my god, yeah. So they went down pretty hard. But when I was working there, it was like bros would come in because I was just always skateboarding. But look, the fucking extreme sports lifestyle was like pretty much my game back then, right? So, but they did everything but skate. Like they did surf, wake. But I think even rollerblading at some point, but they did everything but skateboarding, I'd be working there, and these bros would come and be like, "Hey, you ever fucking ride, bro?" And I'm like, nah, I don't. I skate. They're like, why do you work here then? I was like, wasn't a fucking requirement. I needed beer money, and they needed somebody to fucking work here. So,
I just love those the like kind of bro clothing company for a while. They just went more and more like it'd be like Iron Cross, Big Belly Crew, White Power, corporate, yeah, like Aryan fucking trucks. I don't know.
It's
dude.
funny how like brands of clothing will just all of a sudden start being like embraced by all these like white supremacy dudes.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're like, how did that fucking even happen? Even like now, it's like that. What's that? Fred Perry, like that the filigree that like where all the Proud Boys wear these Fred Perry shirts.
Yeah.
And Fred Perry has like come out and Fred Perry like clothing. I don't know if you guys know what that is, right?
Is that
Fred
like
Perry?
the? Is that like the? Like
So you know what the Proud
collar-
Boys look like? Yeah, they'll have like collared shirts and like they'll have like the little filigree.
like Ben Sherman kind of,
Well,
or
yeah, it's a European. It's
Yeah,
like a British.
like they look like,
like
they'd be-
Lacoste.
kind
yeah.
of. It's like they're very specific. They've been around for a long time, and honestly, like I think their shit's kind of tight. Like,
Yeah.
But it's totally been embraced by like the Proud Boys and shit. It's kind of like, and I guess Fred Perry's come out and said like we have no affiliation with these fucking weirdos. Like fuck that. But still, it's like
So we weren't allowed in my neighborhood to wear Famous Stars and Straps because the local gang, Flores, had taken on the F as their thing.
mascot.
As their mascot, yeah. So every school I went to for like a decade banned anything from Famous Stars and Straps because they said that was gang affiliation.
That fucking sucks, especially being from Southern California.
Exactly.
And like Travis Barker being from
from
Southern
Southern
California.
California.
That
Corona.
fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It was big in my school for sure, but You know, it's funny. So the one place I did want to touch on that we haven't yet. I mean, there's so much, dude. There's the arcades. You know,
oh my god,
you've got
the arcades.
Yeah, GameWorks and Dave and Buster.
GameWorks.
Are you a GameWorks guy? Or are you a Dave and Buster's guy? I mean, there's been bloody
GameWorks
wars. You know,
I mean,
but
even like I think about like
Well,
my
how
favorite
about-
stores in the mall. I remember spending so many hours at KB.
yes, KB Toys.
KB, yeah.
KB Toys is one of them. I would always want to go to KB Toys. I'd always want to go to the Sweet Factory. Those are things.
God, KB Toys was so great.
Yeah,
So
dude.
sick.
I
Especially
remember-
because they would let you like play with well, there would be like
Oh yeah, there'd always be shit everywhere.
shit out that you could
Yeah,
play
all
with
their
and
like
stuff.
electronic little fucking dingleberries would just be
Yeah.
like ripping around.
Yeah.
And they'd have like these little like almost like playpen areas for like remote control cars and stuff.
I know this is completely off topic, but speaking of those like electronic little like operational, RC cars and shit like that, I saw this Optimus Prime thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's voice activated.
Fuck
Have
yeah.
you seen it?
No.
Oh my god, it's the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. It's just you sit it down as the truck and you go transform,
Oh,
and the
yes.
fucking thing does it, and it makes the sound effects, and it even moves like he's like breathing, like
Whoa.
it's so wild. We'll look it up later, but goddamn, it's amazing.
Sick.
Dude, there's so many cool toys that I see, like, and I mean, like Christmas shopping for my nephew is the funnest thing for me because I'm like,
All the shit that you want.
I'm like, God, and he's really into Star Wars, Batman, and shit like that, and I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking keep this shit for myself.
It sucks that like toys have just become like an aisle at Walmart and Target or Amazon. Like they've like swallowed up
Yeah.
that entire
Yeah,
toy
yeah, yeah.
market is basically between those three, and it fucking sucks because KB Toys was a fucking party.
you know,
Yeah.
who, you know,
I
who-
liked it better than fucking
Toys R
than
Us.
Toys R Us.
I did
well,
too.
totally.
I mean, Toys R Us in the 80s was even better because they had their section of toy guns. I know like there's no toy guns anymore, and I've never even shot a gun before, but
trying to take our guns.
well, like I loved toy guns. I remember when I was like 17 or 18, going into a Toys R Us and asking, I was like, what's the toy gun aisle? And they were like, toy guns? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, there hasn't been a toy gun aisle here for forever. And I'm like, fuck, really?
Yeah.
That sucks. It's the best fucking aisle.
Yeah, they banned cap guns and shit too.
Weird,
They
man.
don't even have. They still have the torpedoes though.
That's
Remember
cool.
the torpedoes?
And Nerf guns.
Well,
Yeah,
Nerf guns are still.
But
huge.
KB was fucking awesome. I remember buying all of my Dick Tracy toys and all of my Ninja Turtle toys there.
Yeah.
They
Dude.
had the fucking best, and it was all fucking. Those aisles were so high, and they were so tight in.
Yeah.
It was just like fucking like overload as a kid. It was like, oh my god.
It
it's crazy that like now it's like now it's these collectible collectible stores. that
Yeah,
are
they're
like
all
that.
like subsectored out. It'll be like, video like GameStop now, or like there'll be
Yeah.
like some weird like Japanese
so
anime
if you,
store.
So if you
or-
want some real cool action figures, like let's just say, like even to just shop for kids, like you have to go to a comic book store or a
Yeah,
collectible store
right.
because that's where all the cool shit.
I
is.
know.
You guys
it
ever been to a
sucks.
book off? I know this isn't mall shit, but you ever been to book off?
No, what's that?
So it's like a used DVD and bookstore, but they also have like a crazy ass like collectible section as well. They're kind of big, at least the ones that I've been to. They're mostly down in like Orange County. I think there's some in San Diego as well. There's a couple here, but I think they're loosely based off of like like DVD collectible stores from Japan. I could be wrong, but they're fun, and they have like mountains and mountains of DVDs and Blu-rays. If you get a chance to go to a fuck off,
That sounds fun.
book off, fuck off, yeah.
I'm down, dude. That sounds fun.
They're fucking sick.
Yeah, dude. Brazzers presents the fuck up.
Well,
Book off.
there's these YouTube guys that I watch, and like one of them in particular is like, all right, going to my local fuck off. So I've always called it because of him. I call it fuck off.
Oh, that's great, dude. Now, you know what I miss is
What else are we missing? There's
Abercrombie and Fitch.
oh my god.
Oh my God,
The
and
fucking
Hollister?
dude,
Hollister.
the fuck-
Ah, an American. Here you go.
It drives me nuts, like the
Old
smell.
Navy?
Well,
Okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
the smells that they pump out of Abercrombie, it's disgusting.
Hey,
I
okay.
think it should be fucking illegal to do that.
Okay.
Because it smells.
I have something to say about this because I really do like the Hollister
models.
No, yeah.
models.
That's what it did.
The cologne, the Hollister cologne. So I used to go in and steal the samples all the time.
Of the
Fuck
cologne.
it, you're there, dude.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about shoplifting.
At malls?
Yeah.
I've never shoplifted at a mall before.
You fucking liar.
I never have.
You?
I've never shoplifted at a mall on purpose, at least. I think I took
So there was a time in my life
Last week?
Where no. Where me and my friends would literally go. Like, I didn't realize how easy it was to steal. Shit from the mall, and so until I started seeing my friends do it, and I was always like, man, I'm gonna get caught of this because I get caught for everything, right? But then I started seeing my friends. I mean, then it became a fucking game on who can get the most biggest fucking thing. My friends stole pool cues from Spencer's. From Spencer's.
Wow.
They were like these Budweiser pool cues, and he just walked out with them. And I mean, he won. That was that was the fucking craziest. Another person stole like one of those before they were making those really like legit lightsabers.
Mm-hmm.
They had them at Spencer's. He stole one of those too. And then the only things I would take were like T-shirts, and I think I stole a few sunglasses from the sunglass kiosk. Those are easy. And
that's another store I'll go into. I'll go into Sunglass Hut from time to time.
Yeah. Okay. So this is just what I wanted to get out there. I would go to the shop to the mall to either shoplift or fuck with people. Those are my two favorite things to do. And before I even when I worked there, I would still do it. It was just so fun. So one of my favorite things to do was I'd make it look like I had a tray of food. Like I would never actually toss my food up, right? But I would pick up everybody else's trash and leftovers, and I'd be walking with this giant tray. And then I'd kick somebody's chair from behind them and act like they fucking tripped me and throw the fucking tray up in the air, and then fall on.
So you could have
fall on the floor.
So you were doing like a British like one of those like prank shows that'd be on it like after like Judge
prank
Judy.
shows?
Oh yeah. But like I mean that kind of shit we would do just for fun, like just to make each other laugh. You know, growing up in the Jackass era and like CKY, that's just what we did. And it's not only that, just every skate video we ever watched was just people fucking with people, pranks, stuff like that. So like we do that, and then and plus we were drama students, so that was even funner because then we would act out like we would improv arguments in stores. That's
hilarious.
That was another thing. So we would just start screaming at each other in the store. They're like, "You guys gotta leave! Fuck that! He should leave. He's been sucking my boyfriend's dick for the past 4 years."
Fucking awesome.
And we would just scream at each other in stores. Another time, man, we made this guy so uncomfortable. It was so funny. Where they had payphones at. You know, remember payphones?
Yeah,
they had payphones next to the bathrooms. This was dangerous. Like in 2006, right? And so there's some foreign guy like on a and I would always do that too. Every time somebody would be on the payphone, I'd walk next to him, pick up the other one, and just start screaming at people, and act like I was on the phone with some. And so I made it sound like I caught somebody cheating or something like that, like on the payphone, and I just fucking slamming it against the wall, and then I was like, I can't believe you would do this to me, and then I hang it up, and then I start storming out of the hallway, and then my friend, this just was complete, like I said, complete improv. Then my friend, he's walking out of the bathroom, he's like, wait, where are you going, babe?
That's fucking awesome.
And scene.
It was so funny, dude, and that dude was mortified. Like he had no idea what was going on, and we were screaming at each other, and it was just so much fun.
Dude, that's the best, man, because that's what the malls are for, man. Like, dude, you know, there's the ladies that go there to shop, there's the dudes that go there to like fuck around, and you know, there's a lot.
There's
you
like
can do.
Have you guys ever heard of the mall walkers?
No.
Are
So
those animals you can ride on?
No, I've done that though. Those are great. No, there's a whole like subculture of people that they're called mall walkers, and what they do is when malls open up in the morning, they walk the mall.
Yeah.
So they just like go around and walk the mall in circles.
I did start seeing those, but it was mostly old people when I was working at the mall.
It's mostly like retired people that just show up every day.
Or
makes
that
sense.
shit.
It does make sense. It's like a nice controlled, like
safe.
climate controlled.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's kind of a cool thing. There's people that like hang out at malls like all the time.
That sheriff. Remember that guy that got busted for trying to hit on 13-year-olds? The sheriff.
Oh wait, I got another good story, but go ahead.
Oh, I mean, well, I don't remember enough about it to give you the information. But so, do you have a pedophile story at the mall? Or?
Well, I mean,
might be better.
Let's be real. Every fucking well, I got so much pussy at the mall. Like when I worked at the mall, it was just like
when you were in high school.
I was like 18.
Yeah, okay. Well, whatever. I mean,
Well,
18.
I was 18 banging 18-year-olds.
Yeah, let's make it clear. It's not
Let's
like,
make that clear. Yeah. I'm about to get a fucking lawsuit. You know? No.
Dude, I was fucking everything that
Never
But
underage.
we're talking about memories and stuff. We're not talking about last week. Yeah. When Twilight came out, bro, I was actually you're probably barely out of Twilight.
Twilight came out. I was barely out of high school.
Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, look, I graduated in 2008.
Yeah.
I started working at the mall in 2007. So
that makes sense.
And I quit. I quit in 2010. So
yeah, everyone. That's the time. That
but the thing is, there was dudes, but there were dudes who were in other stores that were like always. We had like there'd be like seasonal chicks that would work at our store. And they'd be like, ew, the guy in American Eagle. This guy's would be like in his 30s, bro, like hitting on these fucking chicks.
Yeah. I've heard so many stories about this kind of shit, and like how there'd be like mall security guards that would be trying to like fuck
so that's where I'm getting
some
mall
of the
security.
younger chicks.
Yeah.
Got like way older guys that are just like and just totally fucking macking on like the girls at the fucking the
food court
or wherever
that's
fucking disgusting.
all the time. It happens all the time.
Yeah, and at multiple malls.
In my mall it was happening all the time, and I didn't even realize how disgusting it was until later. Because to me that makes it's like that's not even my world, that's not even my wheelhouse, that's not even what I'm doing, right? But then I realized like, oh shit, like I'm 20. My manager's like 29, and I'm like, and our fucking demographic is like 15, 16, 17-year-old women, girls or something.
The head of mall security is 36. Trying to bang the fucking 18-year-old at Hot Dog on the Stick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just it's because like mall jobs are like teenagers' jobs.
Yeah,
but like if you're a fucking 30-something-year-old. You can, totally take advantage of a, naive teenager.
It's fucking gross, dude.
Yeah, it's so gross.
So it's just, it got to a really...
This is mall culture.
Let me tell you a funny story, though. There was this dude, I called him the hero. I don't know what his real fucking name is, but he was mall security. He got a lot of puss. He was the biggest fucking dork I'd ever seen in my life. Paul Blart... I think they wrote it about this dude. I swear to God. Or no, you know who he was like? Observe and Report.
Oh, okay.
Fucking like Seth Rogen.
You can watch that movie as a drama. It's pretty interesting.
It's great.
So this dude was exactly that, right? He just took his job way too seriously. He thought he was a cop. And he every time people, like, he would come into our store and be like, you guys doing all right? We're like, yeah, what's going on? He's like, well, there's been a few... reports of shoplifting going around in here. So just want to make sure you guys are doing okay. He's like, I'm just patrolling the area, making sure everybody's like, yeah, man. We're doing
just trying to bang the fucking girl.
Yeah, we're doing fine. Right, and then the power went out one time in the mall.
Oh my God, that was probably his wet dream.
Oh my God, he was
ripping around.
Woo! Yeah, but they didn't have
this little walkie-talkie.
Yeah, he's like, you guys doing good? Yeah. You guys, okay, everyone just stand by. We'll figure this out, okay?
I know, I thought I saw Dracula at the Suncoast.
And then, and dude, and he's like doing laps and shit, and he's like, and so like I said, on my block in that mall, right? I'm standing outside my store with my manager, who was my best friend at the time, and then across the way, there was a chick that I knew and her manager, and we were friends with them, and so we just kind of went over and started hanging out with them. And the manager of Journeys walks over to the security. He goes, "Hey man, is everything you good? You good or whatever?" And he looks at him. He's like, "I live for this shit."
Yeah, for sure.
He goes, "I live for this shit." And then he stands underneath the sunlight, the ceiling light, the skylight. Yeah. Puts his sunglasses on.
Oh my God!
There like this, like just
what a badass dude! Dude, that guy's a hero, man. I do get what you're talking
about. So we
that.
called him the hero.
We didn't even touch on Suncoast.
Dude, there's a lot. Like Suncoast, I seriously am afraid that this is going to
sorry,
be.
I got all my mall stories out.
No, dude. Those are actually fantastic stories.
Suncoast is dope, or it was dope. It was like the best place to buy movies back in the day.
Back in the Suncoast,
like all the
was
weird,
the obscure shit.
Yeah.
Movies. TV shows. Like that was before like box sets and like and seasons. Were,
I think
like,
I was buying like Ed Wood DVDs at Suncoast when I was a kid. Or not DVDs, VHS.
Oh, yeah. Well, the funny thing is they had... I remember when Eurotrip came out, which was 2004, they had a VHS for some reason. It was like the last VHS ever made, and it was $45.
Yeah.
That's what Suncoast was. But yeah...
They were always expensive.
Yeah, you could always find like anime, like which was rarer then, and stuff like that. But I don't know, dude. There's so much shit.
I saw something on your notes here. I think that we've pretty much covered... I mean, we're never going to cover this whole fucking thing. But I'm noticing something at the bottom of this.
Yeah.
The Mall of America, that's its own fucking separate entity.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll do it
that's
its
a
own
different
episode. Yeah.
But that end, I like that.
With the VR?
No, what you just put at the bottom of your page.
Well, so I wanted to, because there's some pictures, if you could pull them up.
Yeah, I'll pull them up. I just wanted to mention, too, that I don't know if I know you guys didn't grow up skateboarding, but the big fucking thing for me growing up, too, was the van skate parks.
Yeah, dude,
so
malls... Yeah.
There was one. There used to be one in Ontario Mills, which was not very far, and that's so I would go to Ontario Mills like quite a bit.
I know.
For the van skate parks.
I have a great story, and this would come to. I mean, yeah. If you could just pull those pictures up, I'll summarize sort of like. See, when Ontario Mills opened when I was in fucking elementary school, and it was crazy because it was a huge mall. It was like kind of a mega mall. Like there's so much there. There's a movie theater. There was Rainforest Cafe. That's when malls in the 90s started like there's so much money fucking flowing around. Like they just really juiced up malls. Mm-hmm. So they had the Van skate park. Most of that shit is closed now, but like a Van skate park, a fucking some of them had movie theaters. They had comedy clubs, improvs, all that stuff. So like they got pretty like plussed. Malls got pretty maxed out. But I remember Ontario Mills opening. It was a big fucking deal for the Inland Empire because it's kind of Ontario's like the central of like the IE really.
Yeah.
And so I remember getting my mom got a panda doll from the grand opening of the whole mall, and she brought it back, and it was a little panda puppet, and I remember playing with it, and it was fun. But that was actually where I first came. I first ejaculated into that guy, and I'll never forget it. So like this is actually very.
We talked about this on What's Your Deal?
Well, on What's Your Deal with Doug Gleason. But yeah, I like the first time I came was into this.
You had too much beef on that one. Doug doesn't have that much beef in it. It's more like, what's your deal? It's like there's a lot of like in that. It's not so guttural.
Okay.
Yeah, your voice is very sexy.
Oh, so I gotta shit it.
There's a lot more, like a lot more strain in that.
Yeah. What's your deal? So I remember I talked about that, but I kind of want to share on this show because it's kind of an intimate moment. It's because of the mall, and I remember you start exploring yourself and your body, and things led into me sort of entering the puppet a couple times, and I remember I would just do it. And then you got that clear glue that comes out, and you're just like, oh, what was okay? I guess that was it. All right. And then I'd usually fart cum too. No. So actually the panda would be farting cum, but I actually
shitting cum.
Yeah, but one time I remember it felt real good, that panda, but it was so weird because it like dawned on me because I remember it was like this ha 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 moment, and I was like looking right into Panda's face, and we were like making eye contact. It was all and like I remember just staring back at me like right when I blew a load, and I just like looked right into the future of my life, just coming into pandas. Yeah. No, but it's crazy because I remember being so like. I remember I did it like a couple times into the panda after that, and then I like locked it away in this old dresser for some reason. And then years later, I remember someone finding it. I'm not going to say who. And they're like, "What is this?" And they put their hand right in it. They're like, "Oh my god!" And they had all these. They slit their wrists on accident with my cum. No, it's really gross. But I just, I wanted to top off all of our stories of pedophilia and Unabombers with me coming into a panda, but that's the mall.
No way, dude. You gotta turn around that paper. You had one last thing at the end.
Oh,
of it
I know. I'm gonna get to it, but
I really
so
liked.
I wanted to talk about the pictures. Okay.
Oh yeah, we got pictures.
Yeah. So all right, I want to talk about VR rides at malls. We don't have to get
that was
into.
a fucking thing.
That's a thing that still exists. I
Do
went
they
to
really?
the Ontario
Those-
Mills. They won't let that die.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I mean, they still
those
have
weird,
one
like,
at
Star
they have
Tours
one at
fucking
BJ's. I mean BJ's. Fucking Dave and Buster's.
Well, we're talking about the common thing. Yeah, but Dave and Busternuts, they have them. Yeah, those virtual rides are a big deal because, like, you think about in the middle of America.
Is the Dave and Buster's at the Ontario Mills?
Yes,
Yes.
there is one
Okay.
there. And the Game Works.
What's that other mall in Ontario that's like an outdoor, like more like high-end mall? That's kind of
Victoria
abandoned?
Gardens.
Victoria Gardens.
Okay.
That's Rancho.
That's Rancho.
Oh, is it?
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's right there though. It's not
Yeah,
far.
yeah. No, it's like right in the way.
So these are some pictures. Of course, hot dog on a stick.
Hot dog.
This is kind of when we were talking about it. But yeah, hot dog
I
on a
love
stick.
that frozen.
There's more.
Every once in a while, you'll find a hot dog and a stick that's
son of
got
a bitch.
frozen lemonade.
Oh, yeah, look at this. This
That's
is
old school
old
Spencer's.
school Spencer's when they sold disco balls or something,
Before
or
they
cocaine.
sold dildos.
Yeah. And then if that's weird, they have a picture of the modern Spencer's and the old Spencer's. That's trippy.
I think that it's weird because normally when you see Spencer's, well, the only Spencer's that I've seen, they're basically like all blacked out on the outside. Like you can't really see on the inside unless.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like they don't want you to see the peckers.
No.
Yeah. Well, that's why they have them on the back of the store.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, see, there's the classic Disney store.
The one in,
The
I
best.
feel like, oh man, I know I haven't been to Santa Anita in a long time, but this is exactly what the Santa Anita one looked like too.
Yeah, it's pretty
Classic.
cool. See, look, this
Whoa,
is the
dude, that's a
evolution.
old Hot Topic.
That's the
Oh
original.
my god, that's
so
the
Damn,
first.
dude.
Montclair, right where I'm from, right near there. That's the first Hot Topic.
Wouldn't it be great to have that sign?
That would be that one, the '80s one.
The original one, yeah.
Yeah,
You
that
know-
looks so
fucking
sweet.
cool.
They have. I told you when I went to Frankenson's, they have the
Toys R Us.
giant Toys R Us, fucking fluorescent sign.
Right.
That's dope.
Pretty badass.
And then I think you could look down.
Do they have
This
any
is-
Jeffrey puppets for Robert to come inside?
And
Well,
then
like a new Hot
remember-
Topic?
So that was when remember when it got all goth.
Yeah.
That's the first time I heard about Hot Topic, when it would have Marilyn Manson shirts. And
Yeah,
don't jerk off, clowns will eat me, whatever. And then all the smoke. When you went into a Hot Topic, it was like
It was
"Ugh."
cool.
Remember, people would be like, "Oh, that's a satanic store."
It was
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
and then they
I
played.
loved it.
Yeah, and then that's the one at City Walk in Los Angeles.
I remember not wanting to like Hot Topic, but then it's like you go in there and you're like, oh yeah, there is something for everybody in that fucking store.
Yeah, totally.
Now it's
But,
just
like, back then,
Funko, the store.
Back
Yeah,
then,
but-
it was definitely this goth. My aunt used to call it goth topic.
Yeah.
But I mean, back then that was the store for emo punks and metalheads. Like
I
that's
still think-
just fucking
Yeah.
Like now it's just for any old fucking My Little Pony brony fan or something like
that's
that.
actually kind of funny because
Yeah.
But I do think that like any of us, the three of us, we could walk into Hot Topic and find probably 5 things that we're like, oh, this is cool.
I mean,
5
now,
things.
now,
Oh
now.
yeah, for
Even
sure.
5 years
But
ago
back-
and 10 years ago.
Always, there's
but
always been
always.
something.
But
yeah.
let's be real. In the early 2000s, like if you walked into that store with some kid that was not into like Marilyn Manson like you were,
they were intimidated.
they would be like freaked out.
But there was a certain kind of allure, because I wasn't like I shouldn't have. I was a little too old, and I shouldn't have liked Hot Topic.
An amateur allure. No, but yeah, no. I
Porn
totally,
reference.
Get it, dude. We watch porn, dude. Fucking. So all our ladies listeners, this is a great episode. No, but there's
oh fuck!
all of our Bible
They're
network.
just always so great.
Okay, so the fucking.
What else is on here? What's
Okay, yeah, we'll go down. Oh,
we got?
see, this
New
is the
Hot
modern
Topic?
Hot Topic. It's kind of sterilized, a
That's
little
okay.
bit, but it's still fine.
They cleaned up the cum.
They got Totoro merch or whatever. And
I
so
like it.
I love it too. And if you go down, I think there's some more pictorials.
Doctor Who
Oh
shit?
yeah, we'll so
yeah,
Mall
Mall
America,
America.
separate episode.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
too much
Have you ever
to
been
fucking.
there?
I have.
Okay, cool. So that's going to be its own episode.
There's a SpongeBob ride in Mall
Yeah.
of
You know,
America?
hey, that's a spoiler alert right there.
520 stores, dude. It's pretty crazy.
Well, yep.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so here we go. Keep
the
going a
Warner
little
Oh, I
bit.
do remember this store
Yeah.
It was
now.
fucking sick.
That's all.
God, I wish they had it again.
Yeah. Oh, there's
Fucking
Sears.
What a piece of donkey shit.
Yeah, Rainforest Cafe. Oh, look, there we go.
that
Yep.
thing.
Yeah, it was like a Star Tours fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trash.
The rides, dude. And then you know. So I wanted to ask you guys.
Did you guys ever? Well, there's a salon chain that was at malls for a while too. Regis. Regis Salons.
Regis Philbin.
Yeah,
You're gonna love this haircut. It's gonna be great. Hey,
Yeah, I
Kelly.
think he owned it. You would only get the Regis
You
haircut.
only get the curly like Regis Philbin hair. Hey, yeah. You just
Did they really? That was the thing that had Abercrombie models
so I wanted to talk
outside.
about that a little bit, but yeah, they used to have that, and this is the thing that I think you kept alluding to at the bottom.
Somebody
of this.
called abs cum gutters in something I was watching, and that is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, so I agree, and I think that Abercrombie and Fitch was hilarious, and Hollister did this where they had shirtless,
Live models.
live model boys, and they'd have their abs or whatever out. And so I don't know if you guys remember this, but like in 2013, the guy who founded Abercrombie and Fitch had some really fun words for for the mall goers. So this is a quote from him in 2013. Like now, this would be. I mean, even then, it was like, this is what a fucking asshole. Like just hate speech. But yeah, it was like. There's a quote from his, I don't know, fucking people, but it was like, he doesn't want large people shopping in his store. He wants thin and beautiful people. He wants his customers to see people who aren't as hot as them wearing his clothing. People who wear this clothing should feel like they're one of the quote-unquote cool kids.
And they have these stores at the mall.
Yeah, and so okay, dude, you got to think about your demographic. You think in fucking Wisconsin they're gonna have like,
shit.
Yeah, so what? Okay, dumb fuck. Yeah, it's just
Way to fucking.
That's why I don't know.
pigeonhole yourself.
And that's why I think a lot of different companies really thrive. Like you can never go wrong with good footwear. You know what I mean?
Foot Locker.
Yeah, like or even like Vans. Like Vans are in malls now, but like their whole status quo is just like just have cool shoes. Sure. And it's like just be cool. So it's like, but like shoes you can always sell without actually having to like discriminate against anybody, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody can wear shoes.
Well, except Nike.
Except amputee.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Nubby.
Except Nubby. Yeah. But I don't know, guys. What do you think? This is the one thing I want to end on.
Yeah, I like that. I like your ending. It's good.
Yeah. Well, what do you think the mall? Like, where do you think the future of the mall is now? Where do you think malls will be? Because we lived through the prime of it.
Yeah,
now
the whole
dead.
and the pandemic really fucked everything like that up, huh?
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
That's pretty hot.
Now they're all fucking dead. Have you guys ever heard of the... Actually, this would be a good fucking time to plug. There's a great series by this YouTuber named... Well, I shouldn't say he's a YouTuber. He's like a videographer named Dan Bell. And Dan Bell has a series called the Dead Mall series.
There's an abandoned one right here around the corner.
There you go.
The Carousel Mall.
It's
It's
awesome.
abandoned. And
all abandoned?
completely abandoned.
That is fucking
we
rad.
should try and break in.
Oh, dude. So
Sick.
there's a list of movies, but I don't know. A lot of movies have been filmed there, but at the malls.
That's a
Dawn
lot.
of the Dead.
But
But
I like the... What's the future of the mall? What do you think the future of the mall is?
I think that, honestly, I felt like the mall was going to be dead because of just the way things are going online.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows? But I do feel like there is going to be, at least, dude, honestly, for the next couple of years when, like, the pandemic is, like, we're getting out of the pandemic, I think people want to fucking go somewhere.
Yeah.
So I think all those are going to flourish for a minute. So it's very important what they do right now to keep people in the mall.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be weird VR stuff. It's just gonna. I think it'll be around forever because if people aren't gonna want to fucking. If anything has been proven from this pandemic, like people will still always want to leave, even though there's the fucking internet. I think they just have to adapt, and they're kind of doing that. But it is weird because you go into some of those fucking malls and it's like ghost town. But then I went today and it was like. I mean, it was fucking... the perfume dudes? Hey, bro. Yeah, he wasn't wearing a mask, just fucking spraying, COVID and MERS on me. But yeah, he was...
Gotta love the Inland Empire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. It's funny because he's working. Like, it makes sense if it's just people that are here like, oh, fuck, this thing, is made by Charmin and Fauci, whatever. But then, like, it's an employee... that's a ballsy move. You gotta know that your clientele just doesn't give a fuck. Like, he's like, hey, how's your cell phone, dude? How's your cell phone? And I gotta sound like... I saw like saliva in his mouth, and then he fucking sneezes after too. He's all, it's just, yeah, it was. The Ontario Mills really is the Dawn of the Dead now, but it was fucking slamming, dude.
Yeah.
So
because it's a nice mall, that's why, and they have cool stores there, like places like Uniqlo and things like that, where it's like approachable prices, cool things, and That's a decent mall. It really, to a certain extent. I mean, because there's another mall right next to it, right?
Yeah, Victoria Gardens.
Well, there's another one next to Ontario Mills.
Yeah, I mean Montclair isn't
Montclair's
that
pretty
far.
close.
Hold on a second. So the Toyota Center where the Rain play.
Yeah.
There's that, and then next to that is that Ontario Mills.
Pretty close. Yeah,
And
yeah,
isn't there another one that's kind of like a smaller one? That's like where the Dave & Buster's is, or is that considered?
It's Ontario Mills. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so there's like
It's
certain.
huge.
It's
Yeah.
huge, and I feel like that end where Dave & Buster's is kind of like poo-pooey.
And it's got the Improv.
Yeah.
Okay, wow, crazy man.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah,
fucking thing.
I performed at that one. I love that.
I love that. I love that.
Improv, dude,
That's
the
my favorite improv, to be
Mine
honest.
too. Mine
I
too.
feel like
fucking badass.
The
Yeah.
improv rooms are always pretty good. At least the ones that I've been
Well, you
to.
got to see. Well, it is pretty like gangsta. You
That
know,
one,
it's pretty, but the
Ontario's pretty ghetto, but
yeah,
it's
but the
fun,
Sandy,
man.
That's good.
Yeah.
The comic Sandy Danto.
Sandy Danto?
Yeah, Sandy Danto. He was at a.
Wasn't he the one that got in a fight?
Yeah, he opened for Bobby Lee, right? He's on a show with Bobby Lee at the Ontario Improv.
He's
and
funny as fuck.
He's fucking.
You ever
great.
hear his Pauly Shore impression?
Oh, no, but I'm sure it's fucking. Yeah, he's so funny, man. But so he did a show at the Ontario Improv, and I don't know if you can find it, but literally a giant fucking like war broke out during a set. It was like cholos fighting.
Wow.
And it's amazing, but I that probably takes some digging.
Dude, his
but-
his Pauly Shore impression is great because he adds in this like gastric fucking reflux fucking like burp
I
weird
think I
thing
have heard
into
it,
his
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's fucking awesome. Well, all right. Well,
Yeah, but dude,
to
yeah.
continue on the history of to like to see how malls will reinvent themselves, I personally think that all the dead malls should just break down a huge chunk of their mall and make housing there, and they should transform the interiors into more like they should really just open them up and just make it to be, you know, our apartment complexes like that kind of flow into. So it's like a living and a place where you can like put a grocery store in there and just make it to where it's kind of like its own little town with residents in a mall, because I don't think they're going to last otherwise. Amazon and Target and Walmart have really kind of taken over as far as the retail world goes in a lot of respects, but I think that it's either going to have to go super like niche, or they're going to have to just build apartment complexes at a mall. And I think that would be the way to go. If I owned property, I would just say, we're dumping the Macy's, we're gonna fucking get rid of that tenant, and we're gonna put an apartment complex on there, a nice fucking great nice apartment complex, or maybe condos, and then take it and just kind of reinvent it and put grocery stores.
That's beautiful, man. I think that's a great idea, and I think, you know, one day I'd love to, you know, rep the Sbarro projects.
Yeah.
But, oh, dude, this is awesome. There's a
great.
snippet of
God, he looks so much like Belushi.
He does.
It's
dude.
amazing.
Yeah,
He's got such a Belushi vibe too.
He really does.
It trips me out every time I see him at the store.
In Ontario. Any of you guys here on vacation? No? That's a valid. You are? Both you guys are? Wait, for real? From where? Arizona? Okay. Interesting. You grew up here though, so you're just visiting. This wasn't like your trip, like your year vacation. Like, I'm gonna go 2 hours from the beach. What about you? You live in LA? Fuck, are you guys? Fuck, you're doing gang signs?
Shit.
Okay, so yeah, an actual gang war breaks out in the middle of his set.
I'm trying to find it.
I don't know what it is.
You're doing gang signs?
Yeah.
You find it?
I think so.
Yeah, this is pretty epic. This is an epic ending.
I will.
Oh shit.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
Here's the thing. I didn't know that this was gonna happen. I thought they were joking around. I thought I was joking around, but I guess I was being serious. out. People think you're being serious. I don't know what's going on. Cell phones are out. This might be my big break, you guys.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole other video. There's like a video from somebody, one of those guys.
That's all right.
It comes at a cost because those guys.
That's all right. My computer's,
I'll tack it on.
acting like a piece of shit. Right
Yeah.
now.
Well, guys, this has been fun, man. I love that we could dish out an epic episode. I mean, this is probably the Titanic length version. I mean, yeah.
But the thing is like it's malls are super relatable, and like everybody's been to a mall that's been cracking. Everybody's been to a mall that's been a piece of shit. Everybody's been to a mall at one point was great, and then it just all of a sudden
I just
turned
went
into,
to shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. And then like you'll see malls that are like,
Well,
oh,
that's
cool,
what's
we're gonna
crazy.
gut the interior. And
I
make
know,
it
I know
nice.
where we're running late, but the fucking like Puente Hills was like that. Puente Hills used to be a real shit.
And now it's kind of is, but they've just transformed it into like a Chinese mall.
Yeah,
It's,
sort of.
It's very
Well,
Chinese.
but they got those two other attractions now. It's like that AMC theater. They completely renovated. They got the bar in there now. They
But
have.
the inside,
What do you mean?
the inside of Puente Hills
Yeah.
is super Chinese.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the AMC, it's like you can go from
Yeah,
the
well,
outside.
yeah, you're right though. No, but it's just the Puente Hills, like Hacienda Heights. It's like kind of that. There's a big Asian community.
Huge Asian community.
Yeah, so that's where I'd go to take those.
It's like it's weird how like they make the outside for like random like AMC like cool. You don't have to go into the mall to go to the AMC.
Yeah, there's
so it's
there's
like
an AMC. And then there's round one, but round one is very Asian too.
Yeah, it's
so.
karaoke, bowling, hand jobs. No,
Happy endings.
Yeah, no, but well, I'm excited, guys. This has been epic. Where can they find you on the internet, Mr. Rossco?
Man, I'm on the internet, bro. Rossco Soletrain all over the place. I'm not really, but yeah, Rossco Soletrain. ROSSCO SOLETRAIN.
Where can they find you, Mr. Ryan D?
At Ryan P. Demarest on the tweets and the Instagrams. I haven't been on Facebook very much because I've been fucking. I've been shadow
Because
banned.
you've been fucking.
I've been shadow banned. Oh, I've been fucking.
Yeah.